Good morning, Amy. Army, Amy Hart. How are you doing this morning? Joseph, welcome. Hey, Bunny Rabbit. Jeanette, Bobby Jean, Jinx, welcome. Belinda in North Carolina. Debbie, welcome. Good morning to everyone. Christina. Mary Olson. Wonson. Thank you, Mary. My second channel will officially launch just after the 4th of July holiday. I'm waiting until after then because I know a lot of people are going to be out of town, busy. And well, I'm busy as well. So I decided that would be a great time to do it. Nita, Tammy, welcome. Good afternoon from Scotland. I still got to get a map up so I can put little pins in where everybody is in the world for this channel. I think that said 20. Tawana. Catherine. Marty. Stay Sneak. I'm sorry. Travel to Eternity. Kathy. Hello from Portugal. From Maine. Bobby Jean. Speaking of Maine, my friend Tim will be in town later today. Well, actually this morning. He'll be in town in about... See, it's almost 8 a.m. here. He'll be in town within the hour. So can't go too long on this live stream today. Probably about an hour we'll go. But usually when I get house guests, I tend to want to spend time with them. Kind of weird, huh? Yeah, that's the cord to my mic. That thing that keeps on moving in and out of the screen. Love your watch updates to the point. No silliness. Thank you, Sensible Crime. Almost 4 p.m. in England, Bunny. That's why I do this on Saturdays now at this time frame for my international fans. Iowa. Carol. Opinionated Oma. Welcome. Most of the last Watts video, I mean, well, I know people want to see them and hear updates on them, but at the same time, this is going to really drive me nuts. Hold on a second. I got to find, one second. I got to grab. So each one of these, again, these microphones are from Solid Microphone, and these were sent in from a subscriber and a fan because I was having problems with the other mic, in which I still am. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out the software with it. But she sent these in because I was having issues with the mic. And she told me later on in a conversation that we had that she got these. She ordered these off of Amazon for me. Now I hope this doesn't drop the audio. All right. Sandy Blue, welcome. First time live with everyone here. So what we're talking about? This is an open Q&A, but I do have two little topics to cover. But besides that, ask questions, sit back, relax, have a cup of coffee, and all right. That was my fault. I was trying to sync with my laptop, and we went away there for a minute. But back to what I was saying. There's no right or wrong questions, or I mean, there's some things that I won't answer that are personal, but I don't talk about what I do for a living. I try not to get my wife and other people who are on my channel on live streams to talk about what they do for a living. Because we have to keep some privacy because we don't know who the heck is out there listening to these live streams during and after. No, I can see better. But what I was saying about the microphone. So she sent me the microphone, these mics, lapel mics. I don't know if you can see that or not. But these lapel mics, but they all come with these extensions on them. Yeah, you get a regular microphone cable, but then you get a really long extension. I think it's about 3.5 feet of that extension, but at least it's not dangling back and forth in front of the camera lens here. I'm not Canon. I didn't put the microphone inlet where they did on the top of the camera. Go figure, right? What do you think about Noah Tomlin? I don't know. That's the answer. I'm on the fence. I now have a Marine and soon-to-be Navy son. How is it possible to be so proud and terrified at the same time? Opinionated Oma? I don't know. My daughter is in the Navy cadets, so programs through a college right now. But thank you for and tell both of your children. I appreciate their service to their country. My Marine just got offered to try out for Marine Raiders. Whoa. Well, that's something that I couldn't do. Good luck with that. I went to what's called Winter Navajo School. But that's your last video you did on stupid criminals has a lot of errors in it. Can I email you the information? Nikki, you can go to the About Me section and send me an email. It'll give you my email address there. Once you click on there'll be like a blue box there. It's hidden, so bots don't just randomly scan the pages and pick out emails and then send everybody a bunch of junk mail. You scroll down the page about halfway down, and it'll say contact, and it'll have a blue box there. It says email. You click on email, and then it will ask you, "Are you a robot?" If you are a robot, you don't click the box, but you can send it to me that way. And now I will say, when it comes to the stupid criminals, dumb criminals series that I'm doing, a lot of what I get, and I will be more than happy once you send me the email. I will send you the link to where I got the information from each and every one of those stories about dumb criminals. And understand, I had someone else send me an email about dumb criminals, about a case that I covered about a gentleman who fled from the police and ended up in the impound yard and was hidden there. And they're like, "Oh, you got the wrong name. You got the wrong date on that." It turns out that apparently this happened more than once in America in the last 3 years, because the website that I got these from, each and every one of the stories has been substantiated and verified that they actually happened. But sometimes there's more than one case where things do happen. But yeah, but I'm more than happy to make a correction if I got the actual case wrong. And I really do sincerely mean that. So go ahead, send it to me. And I'll send you the information where I got each and every one of the cases from. So, now we got 50 people in here. Okay. So, 49. All right. I wanted to, normally I don't cover too many topics when I do these live streams, but I want to go over the new YouTube policies. Now, they say they haven't changed the actual policies when it comes to channels and the content that they allow. But see, people are smarter than they think, than YouTube thinks, because I actually saved a copy and a PDF of their ad guidelines, what you can and what you can't talk about. And there's a lot of things, everything from like adult themed content to guns and drugs and and so on. But they did change the policies, even though they have put out 2 videos trying to stress we aren't changing the policies. They did. They most certainly did. Underneath controversial issues and sensitive events, it reads, content that features or focuses on sensitive topics or events is generally not suitable for advertisement. These policies apply even if the content is purely commentary or contains no graphic imagery. The following will not be able to be monetized, and their computer metrics system for those out there who have channels. If you are in the true crime community, you will find that if you have monetization turned on for a video and you upload it, it'll automatically give you a yellow, which means limited or no ads on your videos at all. And then you have to click for a manual review, and it takes about 7 days. I'll get into that in a minute. Sensitive events fall underneath the following: war. Any talk about war or issues about war, death and tragedy are considered sensitive events and may not be monetizable for a YouTube channel. Now, underneath death and tragedy, they list the following: anything that is currently in the news and anything that has happened in the past where the topic may still be a hot button issue. So that would be just about any true crime related story that may be covered. Next ones are political conflicts, terrorism or extremism, and sexual abuse. Those are controversial issues. Well, I don't talk about politics or terrorism or extremism or sexual abuse, but I do cover death and tragedy. And my videos will not be monetizable. They've changed that, and they also changed the tobacco-related content. And for those of you who are fans of Cece over there on Crime and Coffee, she will most certainly find that her videos will start to become unmonetizable if she does any of the following: smokes a cigarette, cigar, or uses chewing tobacco in a video, talks about tobacco pipes, rolling papers, or vape pens. Yeah, vape pens are now unmonetizable. Herbal cigarettes, e-cigarettes, or vaping are all unmonetizable. And I know this may be ridiculous, but that's who YouTube is. YouTube is not exactly, and hey, everybody gets a voice on YouTube. Why don't you make a video? Well, if a YouTube creator can't be monetized for the content that they make, you will not make any money. One, you're not going to get any ad money, but then you have to figure out other streams of revenue to actually pay for all this. Because you could make a YouTube video on your phone, use basic software to edit, but you're not going to get any step up in quality of production, and you're certainly not going to want to spend 5 hours on your phone. And all right, I just got notice on my phone that 2 more YouTube creators are currently live. Apparently, Linda Kay is live, and so is Cece. But YouTube has a political agenda. They are to one side of the aisle, and it's their sandbox. We have to play within their rules. They change these things all the time, just like the rest of it. But back to what I was saying, though. So everyone who was out here. I have to start playing, their game and doing what YouTube wants. Otherwise, I will not make enough money to pay for this. And a lot of people don't understand is when it comes to making this channel and this content, there are things that I pay for this. Besides that, I could drop the licensing agreements that I have. I don't have to have those. I could drop the internet. I could shoot these videos and then go to McDonald's and use their Wi-Fi and sit there in McDonald's for an hour and a half every day, and edit my videos on my tablet there. Or I can find some way to pay for the internet, because nobody in my home uses the internet for at home. They all have Wi-Fi and hotspots on their phones. I don't pay for that, because I don't use my cell phone for anything except for to make and receive calls and the occasional text message. So I know I've missed a bunch of people. Samara, welcome. Glad you're here. London Girl, welcome. I know I probably missed a whole bunch more. Firefly, I'm wearing my Boston Red Sox. Had a drink, coffee out of my 4-1 mug. Wow, there you go. Thank you for supporting the channel. When it comes to like this one here, this is a mug that I sell on my fan store on Teespring. I make 40 cents off of each and every mug. That's all I make. And everybody's like, the price is so high. Yeah. That's because they charge a certain amount and then everything else after that. Peter, I'm sorry. That's how Teespring works. In a nutshell, you can upload your own graphics and stuff to the site, and Sandy Blue, does this include super chat and donations for? No, Macy Price, thank you very much for the super chat. Do I plan? Are you following a set government plan like China? Are we following? I don't think they're going to get that restrictive. They just want to skew. YouTube wants to skew everything to one side where it's less controversial. It's more advertiser friendly. They want to make the money that from the largest advertisers, and they pay the least amount down. Trickle down economics. if anybody believes in it. It didn't work in the 80s with Ronald Reagan, but they call it, it's basically trickle down economics. So YouTube gets a giant pile of money from Pepsi, to run ads on all over their, their videos and on their site, on the sidebars and stuff like that. And then they pay, YouTube creators like myself. I make 7/10 of a cent on each click, for people who watch. It takes a lot of views and a lot of, watch duration before I make any money on any video. Like, I'll pull up for an example here. My last video, not the one that's up there currently, that was uploaded yesterday, on Christopher Watts, but the video before that, I got about 129,000 views total on that, and I made just under $38. So more people that live in my my community, my city, watched it, and I could have made more money at McDonald's working part-time. I mean, that's just how it is. But sorry, going off there. I just wanted to read everybody the new advertiser guidelines on YouTube. Let everybody know, especially those, because I have a lot of people who watch and are subscribers to my channel who have their own YouTube channels and are just starting off. I mean, there's a whole list of everything. Their guidelines start off with inappropriate language, cursing, vulgarity, in the thumbnails, saying it, or putting it up on text message on the screen, violence, adult content, harmful and dangerous acts, hateful content. And a lot of this is, has to do with, they're trying to stop these, young teens and young adults from doing these stupid challenges. But underneath hateful content, a lot of things: ethnicity, race, nationality, disability, veteran status, sexual orientation, gender. It's all can't be monetized. Incendiary or demeaning content, recreational drugs. It goes on and on and on. But that's YouTube. Almost done with my first cup of coffee. Gotta go on to my second cup of coffee. Ro, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, one cup of coffee down. Moving on to my second cup. I got a coffee maker for here in the studio. I had one, but it broke. What's your new channel name? And on YouTube, right? Yeah, it's Will Star. The only thing that's up there right now is a goofy little intro video, welcoming people to the channel. I don't have any content on their actual videos yet until. I'm gonna put the. I think this I don't know if it'll work. That should be the link to my other channel. I'm not sure though. Yep, that's me. There it is. Coffee is addictive. YouTube will ban it soon. Yeah, they may. But I think there's a lot of engineers there who. Well, thank you, Opinion Oma. I appreciate it. It's funny because I'm watching this on my camera, and I got the side little viewfinder open, But then I'm looking at my laptop, and there's about 6 second. Thank you, Samara. I appreciate it. Well, again, like I said, the first video on that channel won't be uploaded until probably the 6th of July, so about a week from now, because I'm waiting until after the 4th of July holiday, because I've got a lot to do, and I know a lot of people are going out of town. Macy, thank you. Ranger Draft. Well, thank you. Welcome to the channel, Ranger Draft. And Macy, in case and Sam, thank you, all you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm still sitting in my pajamas. Desiree Wiggins, welcome. I think it might be the wireless stream, casting between the two. Tally, thank you and welcome, Tally. Opinion? Oh my, you're gonna go see Garth Brooks tonight? That'd be cool. I would have loved to have seen him back in the day. I'm sure he still is just as good as he is, now. But I would have loved to enjoy the concert. I'm jealous. Really jealous. That sounds like, who's opening for him? Tay B. Har, do we have a P.O. Box mailing address whereby we can send some kind of support? Yes. I don't know if it's on there anymore. I updated that About Me page. I don't know if it's there anymore. Let me check. Just give me a second. I used to have a whole bunch of information on there about. No, it is not on there right now. Okay. Let me see here. I will add that right now. My P.O. Box address. I don't know why I forgot to put that on there. So, but if you go to the About Me section, the P.O. Box address is, you'll see subscribe, support, fan merchandise, and then just below that, it'll have the P.O. Box. I'm typing it in right now. I typed like this. Doot, 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 doot. Am I back? Sorry. Hey, hello, Harley Playgirl. That was me. Buffering, Sam. I'm sorry. I forgot that I was streaming between the camera and the laptop. I thought the buffering was my end. Sorry. But I forgot that I was buffering between the camera and the laptop, and I went to go put my P.O. Box address in there underneath the description on the About Me, and when I hit enter, it turned off the buffering. My bad. Yeah, well, sometimes we make mistakes like this. But for everyone, the P.O. Box address is now On if you go to About Me, you might have to click on Show More, and you scroll down, and it's care of Nobel Incorporated, which is my actual business license name. And then 401 Now, P.O. Box 2336, Richland, Washington, 99352. Hey, Will, you got any t-shirts for sale? On the Teespring, I do. I have one that is extremely popular, but I don't know if I still have it on there. No, it's gone. But I was running a limited edition one that that one is currently not available. My next popular one is the Lady Justice T-shirt. The Lady Justice T-shirt. I split the profits with the Innocence Project. So the Innocence Project gets 50% of. No, they get 65% of the profits on that, and then I keep the difference on that T-shirt. But it's got the Lady Justice and holding up the 401 Now logo. And then there's hoodies, coffee mugs. I do not have this mug anymore. It says, "You stay safe out there." That one is done with its run. There's a sticker, bumper stickers on there. It says 401 Now, coffee needed. There's only 7 items in the store right now. The one thing I love about Teespring is, besides I don't make a lot of money from it, but is I don't have to handle the shipping and all that. I love the coffee cups I purchased. Great quality. They are. It's excellent quality. But what I like about it is, I upload my image and my graphics to it. They'll print it on there. They handle the shipping and returns. If you're not satisfied with the quality, which, as you just seen, the quality is excellent. If you're not happy with it at all for any reason, you can return it. Teresa, the Delphi murders aren't solved. Yeah, I know. And I pray for those families every day, every single day. That they can, not only does the crime get solved, but they can find some way, some closure. And it really is. I have a daughter myself, and I can't even. Sure, Taby Har. It's P.O. Box 2336, Richland, one word, Washington, 99352. But I was saying I have a daughter myself, and I couldn't, or I also have a son, but I couldn't imagine having to live through something like that. Lovely lipstick lady, welcome. Good morning. Do you like living in Washington State, Samara? Yes and no. Where I live in Washington State, it's a great place to raise children. The crime rate is low. At least it was when my daughter was born. It's getting up there, And it's a fluctuation. It goes up and down, but the property values here are getting ridiculous because a lot of these companies and people are moving from Southern California, and they're moving up here to my area where I'm at, and they're speculating a lot on the property. And they're buying up homes left and right. What would have been a great starter home that would have cost between 40 and 70,000 is now talking about stick built homes, not mobile home or manufactured home, but a conventional stick built home that would have been going for 40 to 70,000 is now going for 130, 135 to start. And I couldn't imagine, when me and my wife bought our first home, I think we paid 56,000 for our first home, and it was just a tiny little. I think it had 700 square foot, one bedroom. But if I had my way, and I could pick any place to live, I'd probably live in Wisconsin. I enjoy it there. That's where my family is. I'm more at home there. But where I'm at, I can't really complain about the state, and the area too much. I'm not a big fan of the politics, but and there's other issues too. The cost of living is getting up there as well. And we own property still in Wisconsin, and I have property in northern Idaho. So who knows? Eventually, I may move. It is nice. It all depends on where in Wisconsin, Teresa, you actually are at. I like the state. I mean, it's familiar to me, I guess, more than anything else. I grew up in, I guess, maybe a simpler time in a simpler place. Maybe a lot of us feel the same way. I mean, when I was younger, Karen. When I was younger, it was my mom would we'd open the door, we'd go out, we'd play. We didn't come back in until the street lights came on. You knew that's when it was time to come home. And crime-wise, I don't remember anything really terrible, that ever happened growing up when I had to deal with crime. Am I near a prison? Yeah, sort of. There are two prisons near me. Let's see. One, well, I wouldn't say near me, but one is about 30 miles away, and the other one, and that is a level 2 prison, and then the other one is level 3 and 4, and that one is about 116 miles away. Now, that may sound like a good distance away, but I have a lot of friends who work at both those correction institutions, and they drive that back and forth to work each and every day. It is. For those who remember the Jamie Kloss case, I have family members who knew her father, and that really hit home because a lot of that area where that took place, I've been there personally myself, and when you live in such a small isolated community like where she lives in Wisconsin, and something like that happens, everyone in the community feels it. Support in monetary fund transfer is stick in Singapore, hence We will get it done through FedEx. I gotta go get my hair cut today. I can't stand it. It's getting too long. Yeah, lovely lipstick. I understand that completely. I really do. I was at the park once with my daughter when she was younger. She had to be probably about 8 or 9 years old, and I'm standing there and I'm watching the children on the playground play, and this guy came up to me and he goes, "Which one of these are yours?" And I said, "Oh, none of them. Mine's." I was going to go point and say mine's behind me, and I go, "None of them." And he goes, "Oh, I was just hoping that you were of the same persuasion as me." I don't know if you understand that or not, but an active pedophile was watching children at the playground and walked up to me and asked me if I was there watching children as well, like him. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Teresa, it is a different world, and that is why so much we need to focus on the positives in this world and support those who are doing right. There are a lot of people out there still who are doing the right thing and are trying to make this a better world. We just need to. Hi, Beth. We need to just realize that if we focus on the negatives, that's all we're going to ever see and hear of. And when it comes to my son, I let my son play in the yard. But oh yeah, Michelle, I most definitely did. As a matter of fact, I told him if he didn't get the hell out of the park, I was about to beat his ass to a point where he wasn't going to be able to walk. And no, I normally I carry my concealed carry on me, and I wasn't carrying it that day. It's illegal to have them in the city parks around here. So I have a lock box in my car. Well, that car that I had then, but I don't have that car anymore. But I do have a lock box in my truck. But I wrote down his plate number and everything else, and I called the police and I told them. They said there wasn't much that they could do because he actually did not commit an actual crime. And I said, well, we have to do something. I mean, the guy's here at the park looking for children. That isn't a crime. But I've had some pretty interesting. I already did, Sam. It's just taking a minute for it to take place. You should see that if you scroll up, I timed them out. Next, I'll block them. Peaches, thank you. Appreciate it. The cop should have at least ran his ID. Yeah, he left before the cops actually arrived, but I gave him a description, what he was wearing, his car, his license plate number, and they said he didn't actually commit a crime. Talking to me the way he did and what he said wasn't a crime, and there wasn't much that they could do. I'm new to your channel. Teresa. Yeah. Um, Good morning, Miss O'Neill. Billy Huffman. Well, how long are you going to be live this morning? For about another 10 minutes, Billy, because my friend Tim is coming into town, and I need to go upstairs and make up the room for him. This house is. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of this entire my life here when it comes to homes. Like I said, when me and my wife first bought our first home, we lived in a home that was about 700 square feet, one bedroom, one bath, and it was a rickety old home. It smelled of mold. It was disgusting. It was the first house that we could afford after renting for years and years and years. We spent a lot of time fixing that house up and sweat equity into it, and we ended up selling that home. That home we made a little bit of a profit on, and that got us into our second home. We bought that home, and we lived there for about another 5 years. And slowly but surely, we remodeled that home, and until it was completely all brand new, electrical, plumbing, cabinetry in the kitchen, everything. Hello, Angela. But we ended up selling that home, and then we bought a rental home to rent out to people who couldn't afford because they had issues in their past that stopped them from being able to go and get a rental be able to rent someplace. And I'll get to your question in a moment, Joseph. But we built up to where we're at now. And one of the things my wife always wanted was a home where when we had holidays, we had one single place where everybody could gather and enjoy the time without having to bump into each other. So we bought this home, and it has three spare bedrooms. So a lot of our friends live out of town, but they have relatives who live here still in this area in this town. So whenever my friend Tim comes into town, he has a place to stay. He doesn't have to get a motel. And when my friend Jason, same thing. And my friend Will, who's a moderator here, I don't see him online right now. Waffle, shut it. Okay. You do not care. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. All right, I'm going back up here. Joseph's question. What are your thoughts on the Delphi murder? Hypnosis? I don't know if hypnosis would really work because from what I'm aware of, I don't think they have any first count witnesses to it. There are a couple people who saw maybe part of it. They may be able to help, maybe with hypnosis, to give more details. Thank you, Critter. I'm sorry, Helen John. I'm about done anyways. I really am sorry. Bar none Fahrenheit. Welcome. I hope everything is going great for you, Barnus Fahrenheit. And by the way, still love the Fred and Mercury picture there. Happy Saturday, everyone. Just wanted to tell you, you are the most patient man for still answering questions about Watts. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. I do my best. That's all I can do, right? I mean, I'm flawed, but I try my best. Mas Is that you pronounce that Musa? Musa? I just put up a Christopher Watts video the other day. I can't believe it's going to be a year. A year for what, Samara? Next month in July, it will be a year for my channel, if that's what you're talking about. Shadow Lover, welcome. Since this is boring, if you have been hypnotized not to see something and you see them, what do you do? Since this is boring, I'm sorry that I'm boring you. I don't really know how to answer that question. I would try to answer it if I knew the context. I guess hypnosis, are you trying to say that, because if you didn't see something, if you're hypnotized, you would have a false memory? Yeah, I guess that could happen. Thank you. I've made a lot of strides here and there. I've learned a lot. I plan on doing a 1-year celebration, a live stream on the date of 1 year, and then I'm going to give things away to people. I'm going to do a giveaway for the next period of time after that, like a month after I hit the 1 year mark. I had to get it cleared with YouTube. You can't just give things away on YouTube without it being, cleared by them. Harley Playgirl, you want to come stay with me? Almost a year since the Watts murder case, too. Yeah. Oh, hypothesis, not hypnosis. I'm sorry, I misread that. Yeah. Howdy from Texas, Amy, Vet Lady, KD. Welcome. I am in. I could definitely. I could make this channel into a huge channel. Have a couple 100,000 subscribers, and I talked about this in my. I don't know if you're a member of the Facebook group or not, but I talked about it in the live stream over on Facebook, and I could make it into a channel with a couple 100,000 subscribers, but do I really want to lower myself and my content to the point where a lot of these channels that are huge, really huge in the true crime community, what they do is they turn monetization off and they record other people's content, and it brings people in as subscribers. I don't think I want to do that. Will, did you hear about that gal, her little boy that were murdered by little boy's dad down there? No. Sorry, opinionated Oma. Smaller is nicer. Original content is too. I agree. I mean, I've got over 17,000 subscribers right now. When I started the channel, I made this giant thermometer on a piece of cardboard I used to have in the background behind me on the wall. And my plan was within the first year, if I could get within 12 months, if I could get to 1,000 subscribers, that'd be great. And before anybody thinks that and those skeptics out there say, well, you know what? If because of the Christopher Watts case, you reported on the Christopher Watts, that brought in all the subscribers. Nope. I've looked at it. Christopher Watts' case only accounted for about 40% of the subscribers that I currently have. 40%. And I've done 4 videos on Christopher Watts in the last 3 months. If you're here because you're a subscriber of because of Christopher Watts, I hate to disappoint you because I'm not doing it every day. But if only 40% of my subscribers are here from about Christopher Watts, the rest of everybody else who's here is here because they enjoy the content, the fact that I don't speculate or talk about rumors, and I try to factually support everything to the extreme that I can on everything. Are we on Plenty of Fish dating site or a true crime? LOL. Eyes are blue. Eyes are blue. I got asked that the other day. Watts and Jones Jr. Some will interesting stories will tell each other in hell. They're both going to hell. There's a special place in hell for people like both of those men. Try to avoid big channels, but I stay. If you grow a big one, I like the stuff that you do. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Michelle. Good afternoon, Maggie May. Wasn't that a Rod Stewart song? Maggie May? Jeanette, yeah. Maggie May. I got this song in my head now. They don't make music like that anymore, do they? And we'll never have another group like Queen either. And I'm sure Barnos, agrees with that one. I'm here because I like you. You're down to earth and a good family man. Thank you. I listen to a lot of music still. My daughter listens to a lot of, I guess you'd call it top 40 music that they put out now. But no, it's not my cup of tea anymore. Frosty Skaggs, I love your honesty. Thank you. That's what I wanted to build this entire channel on, was honesty and research. Queen rocks. Yeah. Okay, we hit the 1 hour mark, and I do need to get going. I listen to 94.5 Cool FM and 107 KSLX. Med Gas Guy. I hope you've been able to catch more of the stream than this. Matthew? Yeah. Buffering. Everyone, I do need to get going. I'm going to try to see if Tim, my friend who's coming to town, we'll see if he wants to do a live stream later. But no guarantees. We both have a lot of work to do this weekend while he's here. So take care, troops. To a drunk stream, Maggie May? Maybe. Who knows? Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. I have to find out later on where everybody else went. Normally, I have the two moderators besides yourself, Critter, who are working, but maybe they got busy today. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping by today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and you take care and stay safe out there, please. Until next time.